challenge. How are you doing today? We're on day 25 and I'm so excited and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that you've been showing up for yourself in this way. Even if you literally just came here and laid on your mat for 30 minutes and breathed, you still committed to showing up, and that is a huge, huge thing. So I want to celebrate you. We have like 5 days left of the split challenge. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb 1 sec. Everybody, because everybody wants to text and call me while we're doing the split challenge. And of course, it's Mercury retrograde. Today is 8-8 Lions Gate. So I feel like there's a lot of fresh energy moving, and I'm excited to move. I already went to yoga today, but we're going to move again and we're going to get into our splits. So if you're ready, meet me on your mat. You can start just letting all your wiggles out. If there's anything that you need to release, go ahead and take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, just let that breath go. And let all those things that are on your mind just go ahead and wait for you whenever you're finished with your practice today. Yay, we're live. We're going to start standing. And I want you to just imagine that you're drawing energy from the center of the earth all the way up through the crown of your head. Standing here nice and tall. Big inhale. And on the exhale, imagine that you're sending that energy back through the crown of your head, all the way through the body to the core of the earth. Just finding a little bit of stillness. Maybe doing a quick body scan and just observing how your body feels right now. Breathing in through the nose, allowing those breaths to soften and lengthen, and breathing out through the nose. On the next breath in, we're going to take our arms out and up. And on the exhale, we'll fold forward. We're going to hang out in this forward fold for just a couple moments here. Just really allow your head and neck to hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbows if that feels good for you, and you can gently rock side to side, left and right. You can lift up halfway on the inhale. And on the exhale, fold again. Remembering what we talked about at the beginning of the splits challenge. As we add on to each pose, we're still remembering the direction of our pelvis and the direction of our hips so that we can get the most stretch and the most length in our hamstrings. Let's go ahead and take our toes out, heel toe your feet to the side. We're going to meet in a yogi squat. Now you can just hang out in this yogi squat if that feels good for you, if you're not trying to make too much movement. Maybe you move really, really slow, or maybe you just find stillness, or maybe make them quicker movements and start getting the body and the blood pumping, moving back and forth from yogi squat into a forward fold. Hey to everybody that's here live, how are you feeling? Let me know how your splits are looking. Deep breaths. And if you don't feel your legs getting nice and warm when we do these, I don't know. All right, meet in a forward fold. We'll plant the hands and we're just going to step back to a downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths in this dog, so inviting as much movement or stillness as you'd like. Maybe rocking your hips side to side, or really pushing your ankles as far down to the mat as they can go. Maybe have your knees bent. Maybe they're beginning to get more straight over the course of the 30 days. And breathe. Firmly, gently, firmly pressing the ground away with your hands. And after your 5th breath, we're going to go ahead and take our left foot up to the sky. Point the toe, flex the foot, make a couple circles here. And then go ahead and bend and open up the knee. We'll make some hip circles here. We'll go ahead and do that again, other way. And then on the next inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing that knee to nose. Let's go ahead and tap the knee on the ground, and then on the next breath in, draw that knee up again. Exhale, tap. Inhale, knee up. Last one. And then coming back to a three-legged dog. Good. Big inhale here. And then exhaling, drawing that knee to nose one more time. This time we're going to plant our foot between the hands. And go ahead and drop your hips. You can get a little buoyant in the hips here. Maybe rock your weight forwards and backwards. Or maybe you just go ahead and come down onto the back knee. We're going to tuck our back toes one more time. And we're going to meet in Skandasana at the back of the mat. So you can cartwheel your arms if you want to. You can bring them to heart center. Or you can stay here in Skandasana. You can just hang out literally here and breathe. You can come to sit. You can stretch your right arm down, left arm up. You can bind. Or if you want to work, and I recommend if you really want to get your split and you want to get more flexible, you probably want to get extra warm. So the best way to get warm is to move with your breath. We're going to go back and forth between legs. You can keep your hands on the ground, or if you want to work even harder, you can keep your hands to heart center or forward. What I'm doing is I'm keeping this straight leg active and keeping these toes flexed, right? So as I'm moving, I'm making multiple adjustments as I move. We'll do 3 more. And then after the third one, just come up into a wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padasana. You can let your head hang heavy, just making sure that your toes are either slightly pigeon-toed or parallel with one another. Maybe you place your fingers in alignment with your feet and you gently bend your elbows and draw your weight forward as your elbows pull you back to get a deeper stretch. Maybe you nod your head yes and no and yes again. Whenever you're ready, we're going to just slowly come all the way up to standing. Now we're here in this wide-legged fold, and in your email today, we talked about how we can move emotions through our body with our breath, right? Because our energy gets stored in the body and our emotions also get stored in the body. And so with movement and with breath work, we can move a lot of emotions and stagnation from the body, and it just is really good for you. So if you're a little wide, you can go a little bit more narrow. I want you to just watch me do 1, and then we'll do 3 together. So I want you to take your arms out and up. I want you to take a big inhale. And on this breath in, I want you to imagine that you're drawing in everything that no longer serves you, all the emotions that are stagnant in your body, everything that has been coming up for you over these last couple of days during Mercury retrograde, doing all this hip opener and hip work, big breath. And then on the exhale, I want you to chop as if it was an imaginary piece of wood in front of you. And I want you to say, ha, ha, with your hands, okay? And you're going to keep your hands together. So you can keep them together or separate, up to you, yogi's choice. So I'll show you one. And you're going to throw your hands underneath you as you chop that wood and release that energy. All right, so we're going to do 3 more. You can move slower if you want to, but just do this at your own pace. So big inhale. Take a big breath in. Cactus your arms. Open your heart. Just take a moment to really breathe in, look up. And let's go ahead and turn our toes outward. Sink your hips low, goddess. You can stay here. Find stillness. I want to get my feet stacked under my knees here. And draw your knees out to the side as if someone had a sticky wall behind you and you've got your backs of your hands and the backs of your legs stuck on it, or the right and left sides of your legs, I should say. And then we're going to make some pulses. We'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and lift everything up. You can release the hands. And we're going to walk our hands to frame the front foot. Now we're going to take this left foot over to the left, put our hand inside, and we're going to come down onto our knee. Just hanging out here in this lizard lunge, taking any variation of lizard that you want. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. You can rest on blocks, or you can come down to your forearms, or you can keep your back leg lifted. If you've been doing a lot of leg day, maybe you take your right leg and you grab onto it with your left or your right hand, and you kind of just gently pull on that foot to release any tension or emotions stored in the thighs or the quads. And just breathe. And let's go ahead and release. We're going to take that left foot and we're going to meet the right leg at the back of the mat in an all fours position. You can come into a child's pose. You can sit up onto your heels, your ankles, and give yourself a little ankle stretch. You can take some hip circles, dancing lion. You can take some barrel rolls. You can just rock your hips side to side. I'm going to give you about 10 breaths to make any movements that feel good for you. And I'll let you know when we've gotten to the halfway mark. Go ahead and switch if you're going one way. Really choosing to honor your own body. Move with your own breath. Two more deep rounds of breath. And when you're done, just go ahead and walk your hands forward. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up high, press the ground away with your fingers and your palms. Take a big breath in here, lift up high on the toes. Take a big exhale, lower the heels down to the ground. Again, big inhale, lift up high. Big exhale, release the heels. We're going to take the right foot up to the sky now. You can point and flex through that foot, make some circles in that ankle. We'll bend the knee, open in the hip. We'll make some hip circles. And then switch directions, going the other way. Next breath in, extend, three-legged dog. And then exhale, draw that knee to nose. We're going to gently tap that knee to the ground. Inhale, draw it in. And we'll do that 3 times, tapping it down. Inhale. Last one, best one. And then coming up into a three-legged dog. Good job. Big breath in here. And then exhale, we're going to just plant the right foot between hands. We're going to sit in this runner's lunge for a sec. And in this runner's lunge, I'm trying to really get nice and juicy in my hips. So I've got my back leg really active still, but I'm letting my hips kind of hang and allowing my body to just bounce. Then whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and cartwheel our arms, come all the way to Skandasana. on the left side at the back of the mat. I'm going to turn around so that I'm facing you. And then you can take Skandasana just back and forth, going both directions. Or if you just sat in it on one side, maybe you do the same thing in the other side. Maybe you place your hand down and take a twist or a bind or a deeper stretch. Yogi's choice, up to you. I recommend moving if you're not already warm. And if you want to make it more challenging, you can keep your arms forward as if you're holding on to a beach ball. Or maybe you're holding on to the full moon because it's a full moon yesterday. We'll take about 3 more breaths going back and forth. Whenever you're ready, meet in a forward fold. You can interlace your fingers behind your back if you want to. Stretch the shoulders out while you stretch out the hips. Are you staying here with me? Are your head and your feet in the same place? Is your mind wandering at all? Are you locked in? Are you present? Are you focusing on your breathing? Whenever you're ready, we're going to come all the way up to standing. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. We're going to take that energetic, emotional wood chop. I don't know what to call this, but taking your arms out and up. Big breath in. And then on the exhale, big breath in. Calling in everything that you don't need. And then on the exhale, let it go. Last time, big breath. Inhale. Biggest breath of the day. Hold it when you get to the top for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. Chop, release that breath. Let's take our arms, cactus, draw your shoulder blades together at the back, and then go ahead and move into that goddess pose. Sink lower than you were last time, just a little bit lower. Maybe you rock side to side, left and right. Maybe you feel like a crab. Maybe you take these peace fingers or Anjali Mudra. Maybe you get onto one toe, another toe, or both toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Stand up nice and tall. Let's take a nice big inhale. Hands to heart center. And then we're going to bring our hands down to the mat to frame the front foot. I'm just going to go ahead and switch because I turned around before. You should have your right foot between your hands. And then just go ahead and heel toe your right foot over to the right for lizard. We're going to hang out in this lizard lunge for a while. Same thing as you did on the other side. If you hung out here, feel free. If you got onto your forearms, maybe you do that. Maybe you grab this back leg and give yourself a quad stretch. Yogi's choice. If you feel like you could be more warm, stop this video and rewatch that opening warm-up sequence again before getting into your split. Now, like, I made this challenge so that you can show up for yourself and do the work and have the tools, but it's up to you to put in the work and to feel your body. And if you know you can do more, then why not do more, right? The goal is to make your split. We've got 5 days left. We got 5 days left, so make them count. And if you're not hydrating, make sure to hydrate. Okay, whenever you're ready, take the right foot to meet the left. Rock the hips side to side, left and right. And we're just going to come to a wide-legged fold on the ground. Make sure that your feet are flexed, toes facing up to the sky. Hey, yo, I'm doing 30-day split challenge. Right now? I am, currently live. Oh, okay. It's all good, bro. Yeah, it's right there. That's okay. It's Mercury retrograde. This is not the first time.
Sorry, I thought it was at 2:30.
No, it's at 2. It's right there in the white bag. Just take the bag with you. All right, bye. It's all good. And just like that, we're going to take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. Fold, hinging at the hips. You know, I will say that the 30-day split challenge has kept me so grounded during this Mercury retrograde. Like I said, this is not the first time you were here. You were here. This is not the first time that someone came in while I'm doing this split challenge. And my house is one of those places where it's just like very transient. Like all my friends come over. I have a brother and a sister that live close by, and like family is just one of my highest values. And the first time my brother came over and he brought me juice, I was kind of upset, and it kind of like triggered me a lot because I was like, yo, I told him not to come during 2 to 2:30, and it's like obviously that's when he came. And it's just Mercury retrograde, you know, and I don't want to keep blaming it on everything on the planets, but it's just so blatant that communication can get like confused, you know. And same thing, she's like, I thought you were at 2:30. Whatever, doesn't matter. Regardless, the point is, even the first time when my brother came, I was a little bit more upset, even though I know I played it off fine. This time, it's not bothering me. Like everything that comes into our life, we can release by breathing, by moving, by trusting, by just being. And there's been a lot of different things during this retrograde and doing all these hip openers that have caused a lot of emotions to come up for me that normally would like set me off. And like the course of this last 25 days has really just allowed me to stay more grounded in my peace, more grounded in myself. And I really hope that that translates into you by you also doing this practice for yourself as well. I hope that you've been finding more clarity and more calm and more peace. We're going to come up now. Also, if you want to get your pancake, this is something that I've been working on for a long time. It's not a straddle, right? Because it's just a wide-legged fold. But just practice this. Just sit when you're scrolling. I know you be sitting in weird positions when you're scrolling on your phone or you're just like rotting in bed, whatever. No judgment, but sometimes you could just get on the floor, open your legs wide, keep your toes nice and strong, facing up to the sky, and then you can maybe put your elbows on blocks while you scroll. Because I know you're going to be scrolling for 2 hours or whatever anyway, right? Maybe you go like this. Maybe you remove a block. Maybe you do your homework in here. I don't know. But get creative with it. There's so much time and space to move. Let's go ahead and do some butterfly. And then we're going to do some middle splits. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, this is your practice. I really just want the 30-day split challenge to be for you a way for you to connect with yourself and understand yourself more deeply so that you know that you can get on your mat at any time. And when you are finished with the 30-day split challenge and your split has gotten way better and you're so touching the ground or closer than you've ever been to touching the ground, I want you to know that you can come back to any of these videos at any time, literally, and just watch them and come back into yourself, come back into your body. If there were certain days in the practice that you loved the most, like definitely save them, copy the link of the YouTube video, put it in a note in your phone, and have easy access to it on a rainy day or on a day that you just want to do some yoga with your best friend or whatever. Okay, like I want this practice to be here for you. And enough of my yapping. It's time to get into our straddle. Now I'm going to do something that I haven't done with you before yet. And I'm going to go into an oversplit. It just honestly hurts more. And we're going to do both sides. So you've got options. Number one, option A is take frog. We're going to do 2-minute holds. Okay. Number one, take a frog. Actually, pause before we do the 2-minute holds. If you don't feel warm enough, go back and rewatch the beginning of this video and do that sequence again. All right, because we're getting down to the wire here. We got 5 days left and you ain't gonna get hurt. Okay, so make sure that you're warm. Like I said, cheat code, go for a run first. Anyway, Rewatch the beginning of this video if you want to get even more warm. Number one. Number two, we've got options. So you can take frog for the first 2-minute hold and then straddle for the second 2-minute hold. Or you can take frog for both of the 2-minute holds, up to you. If you're not there yet and you're like, nah, I'm just trying to open my hips and get the prereqs and do the reps. Yes, okay, awesome. Stay with me. Do frog. I used to hate frog and I love it now. So that could be you. All right. Second option, maybe you want frog one time, straddle split / middle split second time. Totally valid. That's what we've been doing a lot. Super, super good. Okay, like that's like probably where most everybody's going to be. Straddle second, frog first. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that backwards. I'm a little ADHD having a moment. Or the third option, you can just do a full middle split the whole time, both times. Or you can do an over split on your middle split, one leg and then the other leg. Now you don't have to have your full middle split in order to do over split. It just hurts more and it's not as fun. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna do it because I have my timer today and my phone is charged, and I don't know, I just feel like doing it, and I'm probably not gonna be able to talk to you that much. So get ready, get mentally prepared, let all your wiggles out or whatever. When we get in these poses, these frogs, these splits, what are we gonna do? We're gonna remember to keep our legs what? Active. When we're pressing the ground away, we're going to figure out what direction are my toes supposed to be facing. If you're in frog, you've got a 90-degree angle between your foot, your ankle, your knee, and your hip, right? You'll be like this. If you're doing your split, you've got your foot on the ground, toes are flexed or pointed because why? We're going to keep our legs nice and strong, okay? We're not just like, you know what I'm saying. All right, I think I'm just stalling. And I'm going to get some more blocks. If you don't have extra pairs of blocks, you can do it like next to your couch or something so you can hold on for dear life. If that's you, I'm just being honest. And yeah, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. Oh. And when you get into the pose, asking yourself, where can I soften? Softening the space in your eyebrows. If your hands are available, maybe you give yourself a little eyebrow massage. Maybe you take your fingers to your temples and you just breathe slow, deep breath. We have 30 seconds left. Ten seconds. And time. Gently come out. You can take your feet pretty wide and take your knees up to the sky. Just gently rock them side to side. We're going to take a little break in between sides because that's a lot. I'm proud of you. It's not easy stuff. You can take both of your knees together and just lay on your back or sit up tall or lean on your pole if your pole is behind you. Taking another nice deep inhale. Nice big exhale. Imagining that when you're stretching your hips in this way, and you're stretching your legs and you're stretching all your muscles, that all that energy that's been pooling is just able to release and it just dumps out of you. So you're feeling a lot more light and a lot more lifted and a lot more flowy and glowy. If you're doing over splits, go ahead and get prepped for side 2 because why? You gotta do both sides, okay? And that's what we're gonna do in the 30-day split challenge. I know I'm being a little baby right now because this thing hurts, but we're in it together. So I want you to remember how strong you are, how capable you are, and how just showing up here is the work. It's the work, you know? So, all right, we got one more side to do, and then we're done with day 25. So let's go ahead and take a big breath in. Mentally prepare. Exhale. And then we're going to start. And when you get there, making many adjustments. Like the whole time I'm doing my split, I'm kind of just feeling like if I've got my weight evenly distributed, if I've got my feet flexed, those kinds of things. You don't want to get lazy halfway through. Imagine if I was in person with you and you got lazy halfway through and I made you start over from the beginning. That would be mean. I feel like that's the difference between like a contortion class and a yoga class. Like we're only doing the 30-day yoga split challenge, not extra super crazy hard contortion challenge, okay? And you've got about 35 seconds left. So breathing into your muscles, breathing into your ligaments, tendons, your joints, allowing yourself to release any stagnant emotions with each exhale, stagnant energy, and just let that all go. 4, 3, 2, and stop. You can come out slowly. I like to bring my hands under my knees and then do the work manually. You can take your feet super wide and just draw your knees together. You can sit up or you can lay down. You can rock your knees side to side if that feels good for you. But just making slow movements. Whenever you're ready, I want you to take your legs long. I want you to just shake them out. Take a nice big inhale here. And then an exhale, we're going to fold forward, folding over those legs. Whenever you're ready, coming all the way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing your hands to heart center. Let's take a nice cleansing breath in together. Fill up the lungs for 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. And release that breath through the mouth. Sigh it out. The light within me sees the light within you. Namaste. I'm really proud of you. High key. Like, I can't believe that you've made it this far. I can't wait to see your splits before and after photos, which are coming in a couple days. I don't think I have any announcements. Make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you hydrate. Hydrate, drink lots of water, okay? Message me if you want to talk about water. I could nerd out about water all day long. Message me if you want to talk about Burning Man, because I could also nerd out about Burning Man all day long. And then message me if you want to talk about splits. That's pretty much it. Okay, love you so big. See you tomorrow. Tell all your friends. We're on day 26 now. Woo! Starting tomorrow. And yeah, the splits challenge is almost over. But you can come back and watch these as many times as you want. So, see ya. Bye.